Welcome to our first ever Facebook Live for Itawamba Community College. We appreciate you taking the time to come out and visit with us tonight. We are hoping that we can answer a lot of your questions. Obviously, doing this in a virtual format is not our preferred method of communication, but we feel like it's the best opportunity for us to get information to parents and students in an online format. Part of the reason why we started this also is we have not been able to bring students on campus for our orientation program. We've been doing our student orientation online. Well, we haven't had parents on campus either, and so this is really targeted towards parents to be able to answer those questions that have been either sent in to us or that have been emailed to us at the end of the online orientation, and just make sure we're trying to help you make that transition for your student. So what we're going to do today is we're going to bring in different administrators and let them talk about their areas of supervision, and then we're going to also just pose questions to those administrators about questions that we've received. So our first administrator that will be live tonight is Dr. Michelle Summerall, who is our Vice President for Instructional Services. So Dr. Summerall, if you would start and just kind of talk about your area and different things that you think parents and students would be interested in.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And the area of instruction is large, and I'm available for contact for the areas of academics, for transfer, career and technical education, health science, and e-learning. So please reach out to me with any questions that we don't answer tonight. I would be happy to talk with you. In addition to our areas of instruction, we also have services. And those include our library. We have a library on the Fulton campus and on the Tupelo campus, and we provide services for students. Both centers are staffed with instructional librarians that are available to your students to provide study rooms. They are there to answer all questions. If a student's taking a psychology class that need help formatting a paper, if they need help with studying bones for an A&P class, they are there to help. And so we have varying hours during midterms and finals, and they are there ready and willing to answer any questions. I always say that a bad day for our librarians is when a student doesn't ask a question. So we're very proud of the improvements that we've made to our library services and our databases. And so for those students that are taking online classes or hybrid classes, we have a ton of databases and virtual resources for them as well. We have a 24/7 library chat for them to reach out to, so please utilize those. I encourage parents to encourage their students to access those services from day one, and so we'll help connect them to all the services we have available. We also have the Office of Supportive Services, and this is a little different when students transition from the K through 12 atmosphere to the college, and in that students have to self-report. And we have some great directors both on the Fulton campus and the Tupelo campus, and if you would just reach out to me and I will get you in touch with those directors, and we will do an assessment and find out the documentation that's needed and see what kind of accommodations that we can provide your student. We also have PTK and an honors college. We're very proud of what we have to offer students. If your student has a 24 on their ACT, please contact me and we'll get your student in contact with our very enthusiastic director for our honors college. And our PTK program is our scholarship and honors program, and I cannot recommend this program more. Students, whether or not they are active in officer programs or not, it automatically affords your student scholarship opportunities. And in order to be part of this program, they have to have 12 credit hours earned at the institution with a 3.5 GPA or higher, and there's a one-time annual membership fee. Again, we have very passionate advisors on both campuses, on the Tupelo and Fulton campus, and we'll be glad to get you more information about that. Every year we have students that transfer with thousands of dollars of scholarships by being part of this great organization. And students also get leadership opportunities and make lifelong friends being part of this organization. I think that's pretty much covers our services that we have. And again, please reach out to me with any additional questions you may have about our services that we have to offer.
Do you want to talk a little bit about any of our career technical programs or academic programs?
Absolutely. We are so proud to offer career technical programs on all 3 campuses. We have forestry here in Fulton, and Tupelo. We have several. We have transportation. We have information systems technology, and then in Belden we have several others, including robotics, and which is a new program for us, and industrial maintenance. And we have in all of our career technical programs an internship, which allows our students to have hands-on experience before they get into their field, their chosen field. We have over a 96% placement rate, which means that your student, after earning their degree, will be positively placed into their chosen field of study. And we'll put your student in contact with program directors and our Dean of Career and Technical to talk more about all the opportunities to study with us and to connect with our industry, our local industry, and all the job opportunities that are available. Our health science programs, we have a state-of-the-art building in Tupelo that houses all of our health science programs. They're highly competitive programs, and we do have a dedicated health science advisor that will help our students navigate those prerequisites to help them be competitive. And once they are accepted into that program, we have affiliates all over our district that help our students fulfill their necessary clinical hours and to really become successful in their chosen field in health science. I'm very proud of our relationship with our university partners. We have transfer and articulation agreements that we review every year, and our students can come to us and they can really feel confident that the classes they take with us will transfer smoothly to any Mississippi university that they choose. And our advisors are well trained, our faculty advisors, and then we work as a system, as a state system, with a Mississippi articulation tool to make sure that students and parents are able to research different majors and different universities to see how the classes they're taking here at Itawamba Community College will articulate to their chosen university and their chosen major. So we're really proud of the work that's gone into those articulation agreements, and so that the clear pathways for your student are laid out from the first day that they attend classes here at Itawamba.
I know one of the things we pride ourselves on being a community college is that we have small classroom sizes, and we have great relationships between the faculty and students. Talk to us a little bit about how, if a student is struggling in the classroom, how do they reach out to get tutoring services?
I'm very excited about the strides that we have made in tutoring. We have the Instructional Support Center that houses all of our tutoring. We have a program, the Academic Support Center, that specifically targets some students that come to us that are not as academically prepared, and that will have a mentor, a relationship with those students that will provide study skills, and then specifically help them with developmental math and developmental English courses. We also have a program of supplemental instruction that students and faculty can refer that concentrate on peer tutoring, and students and faculty can refer through our email isc@iccms.edu. And we've had some great success. We're very proud, and we're continually building on these programs. We have a Man Up program that has started over the last year, and an honors program to help with study and dedicated space for study. So we've really taken off with our tutoring and seen great success there. And faculty are always available. They have dedicated office hours to help students with concepts that they may be struggling with. And we also encourage peer groups. And again, looping back to our library, we have dedicated study spaces for peer study groups to form for students to study together as well.
Talk to us about how important is attendance.
Sometimes it is a hard transition from high school to college because you know attendance, there is a correlation between attendance and success, and so we encourage students to attend all class meetings, and so we are from day one we have our faculty post the syllabus and all the expectations of the class as far as reading assignments and quizzes and examinations, and we want to lay all that out so the student is not caught unaware. And attendance is a great part of that. And so we have a system that notifies a student when they have missed and when they are getting close to being dropped from the class, and then we have a system for them to talk to their instructor. So communication, regardless of anything that we talk about, communication is key with the instructor. It really is important from day one that students plan out, and I think one of the things that helps that is our college life class. It is a graduation requirement for us, and we will begin that process of teaching students how to plan and how important attendance is in that plan, because without being present and without hearing the lecture and without asking those questions in real time, it can have an impact. And in our online classes, our faculty have a 24-hour return on their emails. So our faculty are required. So if a student has a question about their content, they are encouraged to email their instructor, use Canvas messaging, and our faculty are required to return an answer to that student and give them quality feedback within a 24-hour time frame. And so that all leads up to great retention and success. And I can tell you that it does lead to greater success. At Itawamba, last year we had 8% higher graduation rate than any other Mississippi community college. And when we compare ourselves to other community colleges regionally, we were 14% higher. So attendance is extremely important for all students. It will lead to greater success. It will lead to higher grades. And if students are wanting to compete for a spot in a health science program, or if they're wanting to compete for a scholarship to transfer to a university, attendance is a key piece for that.
Well, obviously, the hot topic right now is just our COVID-19 situation, and
Absolutely.
obviously we have been working diligently to adjust the way we do business, but we are looking to open back up for second term, summer, and for fall. So talk a little bit about how you're making decisions for instruction based on the COVID situation.
Absolutely. ICC has a task force that has been working to develop guidelines and protocols for the fall semester. We continue to always follow public health officials and a measured approach to determine how to welcome students back to campus and fully resume face-to-face instruction. Early today, an update was provided to faculty and staff, posted to our website. So please continue to check iccms.edu/coronavirus. I can say that at ICC that we are very blessed to have technology and flexibility to meet those guidelines. I know that I will be teaching classes and testing different technologies to make sure that we continue to follow the guidelines provided to us, and that as things change, we will change with us with those guidelines, and that we're very fluid in how that we will meet those guidelines.
Great. Well, I know at the parent orientation, one of the things that we really stress to parents is the federal law that is FERPA, where we talk about the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, where we are not allowed necessarily to talk to parents about a student's academic record. So I want to just talk about, we do have a lot of parents. I've been working with online orientation, and we want to answer all the questions of parents, and I've had a lot that I've been communicating with. But once the student transitions to campus and the student's parents have questions about the academic record or what's going on in the classroom, or is their student going to class, what obligation does a faculty member have to talk to a parent, and how do we expect students to communicate with their instructors? If you could touch on that.
Sure. Students are expected to communicate with their faculty member through email and Canvas messaging. I have had a student, I've had my own child go through college and had to respect our federal guidelines, and I was not able to contact teachers directly. That is was for my child to do and is for our students to do. And so I just encourage that parents have an open and honest conversation with their student, and that it is for the student to have those conversations with their teachers. And again, if there are any issues, please contact me, and have the student contact my office if they are not getting the communication level that they feel that they deserve, and we will handle that appropriately.
All right, I have a couple more questions for
Sure.
you, and then we can let you go. We do offer iPads through our bookstore. So with us moving to an online format in the spring, and obviously all of our students, all of our classes are web enhanced, do we require students to purchase an iPad through our bookstore? What do you recommend?
I highly recommend iPad, tablet. They are great for our students because our learning management system is Canvas, which is web-based, and we also have over 90% of our courses have an ebook that is also web-based through Redshift, and the iPad is great for your student to be able to access that, even if they use that in conjunction with a PC, so they can bring up their book on their iPad and read sections, and Redshift gives them the ability to highlight, make note cards, and do a lot of the studying through their iPad. And then if they feel more comfortable on a PC, we provide several open computer labs on campus, and we'll continue to do so with cleaning protocols and all those things in place. But I do believe that an iPad is beneficial for your student and will last them their academic journey here at ICC, but it is not mandatory if they already have one. All the apps that we use in the majority of our classes are available to them. Once they register with us and they get their ICC ID, they will have access to Microsoft Word 360, and they will have free several of the software applications that they will need to be successful in their classes. So, but overall, to answer your question, it is not required, but is highly recommended.
Well, lastly, if parents are out there and they want to reach out to you for more information, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Honestly, email is the best way to get in touch with me. I have my phone with me all the time. I'm an empty nester. I say this in live orientations. Every class that comes through gets to hear my same story. So your children now become mine, and I promise I will take care of them for the 2 years that they're with us. So I answer emails throughout the evening and on weekends. So email is the fastest way to get in touch with me. I have offices on all three campuses, and we'll be in meetings, but I will get with you. If you don't hear back from me in 24 hours, please resend it, because it means I did not receive it. I will make that declaration that I will respond within 24 hours.
All right. Well, thank you for your time tonight.
Absolutely.
We're going to transition now to bring in a representative from our financial aid department, Tony Lee. So give us a few minutes to make that transition. Thanks.